Lena, please.
Do you mind if we get a fourth chair?
Hello, good to see you.
Kia ora, we are a group of Year 9 to 12 students representing school-aged students who play canoe polo in Christchurch. We are looking to speak about the need for funding for canoe polo facilities at Lake Rotokahatu. Canoe polo is an exciting team sport played by people of all ages across a wide range of areas in Christchurch. Currently, we have players for 14 different schools playing canoe polo on a Wednesday afternoon, as well as 18 adult and school-aged club teams playing on a Tuesday and Wednesday evening. We also have 7 National League teams playing tournaments against other regions in New Zealand, and this includes several New Zealand canoe polo representative players. But our current situation is lacking in the necessities to provide for all of these teams.
We currently have 2 pitches, but as our sport has grown, we are now in urgent need of new infrastructure. We think it's crucial that the council invest in 2 new pitches and changing rooms at the lake. The current infrastructure is not nearly enough for these numbers, meaning we have absolutely no way to expand our sport. Because of the lack of these facilities, we currently have to cut game time short, cap team numbers in leagues and tournaments, and we have a constant struggle with the court space for trainings. Our lack of facilities also mean we have to travel to the North Island for tournaments, as our facilities aren't sufficient for hosting major tournaments or finals. This makes playing the sport expensive and inaccessible, meaning aspiring players, particularly school-aged players, are unable to compete and progress to the highest level we can. We are also in serious need of changing rooms for our players. Currently, there is nowhere for our players to get changed, making it embarrassing. This is a particular issue for school-aged players like ourselves and could provide a reason for young people to not progress with our sport.
One of our coaches, Jensen, came in on Wednesday to discuss the same issue, and we realised one of the questions he was asked was around the area that the 2 new pitches would go. So we take this opportunity to show you this presentation, which demonstrates where the new pitches would go at Lake Rotokahatu. The slideshow also shows the purpose-built facility in Hawke's Bay, which shows what we are competing against. Another question we understand Jensen was asked was around the total costing. We have now got that information, and it is estimated that the new facilities would cost around $800,000 to $1 million. We also noticed the idea of using pools, and the sea was discussed. The use of pools is expensive and is often inaccessible. To book a full 8-lane council pool, which is what would be necessary to play canoe polo, is $104 per hour, and demand and pool space allocation to other sports means all Christchurch City Council pools are booked out in the evenings for 2024. Furthermore, pools generally don't have enough space for full-size games, and these pools often don't want canoe polo players, as the boats damage the pool edges. In terms of using the sea, this is not a feasible option, as the unpredictability of weather means the sea would be too choppy to play in most of the time.
Thank you for listening to us today, and we hope you will take this into consideration. We understand that there are some consenting issues with ECAN to be able to expand the lake, but we hope all parties can work together to resolve these issues. We see that there is millions of dollars going into upgrading other sport facilities, and we urge you to provide equal opportunity for all sports, as smaller sports like canoe polo are unable to grow without council funding to provide the basic necessities to our players. Thank you.
Thank you. I have a question from Tyler, please.
Good day, guys. Can you hear me all right? I'm on the big screen, sorry.
Yeah.
I looked at that Hastings Park, the Mitre 10 Hastings Park, and I saw, if I'm correct, I saw they had 2 pitches. Are you asking for an extension to be able to play 4 games at once?
Yes, so the Hastings Park has 4 pitches.
Okay.
And yeah, we've currently got 2 pitches, and we're looking to extend to 4 pitches as well.
Okay, gotcha.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. One of the sad things that I do know about that being a dump, digging a hole where you thinking of it's a fantastic idea. Because it's on the edge of an old landfill, there'd be all sorts of grief. One of the ideas I had that I came up with, and you can't quite see it on that plan, but just above it, there's a walkway between the jet skis and where people swim.
Yeah.
Now, I went over to Melbourne once and they had a floating bridge walked right across Albert Park, across the lake. I'm thinking that we could perhaps put a floating pontoon down there and take away a bit of that swimming lake, because no one swims over that side by that edge, and you have about 4 pitches right along parallel with that path. It would give you, and it wouldn't cost much. It's only the cost of the well, cost a bit for the pontoon, of course, but it gives you instant access to more good fresh water rather than doing. You start digging a hole in contaminated ground, and you get all sorts of grief. And I've talked too long, but thank you very much for your submission. It's very, very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll talk to Andrew about getting some advice on that. So
This is something the community board should lead.
it will be a few bob, but it's simple. Righto. Yeah.